Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the European qualifiers for ESL 1 Cologne. How the hell do we follow that one, Alex? You just, you need to just calm down a little bit.
I'm not going to talk at all for the entirety of this cast because my lungs are blown out. I'm shouting and screaming. And we were just discussing it, and I apologize. We will come to the game in hand, but that is still just so mind-boggling that we were seeing. Like, we saw the Smiths 1v3. That was, we discussed this, that felt like their chance. Dashed by an incredible play from Smiths. But to have the fortitude to go all the way.
So,
oh God, let me, I'll catch my breath.
Team Battle are through. And now HellRaisers versus LGB will be happening. The winner of this will face Titan in the lower bracket. HellRaisers, you've seen them already. It is Dozier, Angel, Kucha, Mo, and Adren. And well, Angel has actually been playing out of his mind in this tournament. He's the man that's been not only in-game leading, but also leading with the frags.
In-game leaders seem to have a tendency to be fragging. Let's be honest, Existence was top of the scoreboard for Titan. We even saw the Hyper, top frag in free battle. He is the in-game leader.
Oh man, we have 52 kills.
52. We have a weird situation on our hands where top fraggers tend to be in-game leading as well.
Well, let's see if LGB can do that.
What's Zevez got for us?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's kind of a mix between Zevez and Polly, isn't it now? That the in-game leading. Mystics, of course, the man that's come in as a substitute as well, alongside Sentries, who played fantastic in the previous match, and Jacame as well.
Yeah, you question Polly and Zevez. Actually, Polly stepped down altogether to focus on AWPing. He decided that his team was lacking that 100% AWP presence, and you know, to his credit, he was hitting a majority of his shots that we probably hadn't seen beforehand from Polly, and you can see the aforementioned Angel there.
Tranquil moment for Angel as he sets himself up. Inferno, first time we got it today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's the first time we're going to see this map. How is it going to work out between these two teams? They faced each other already. That was obviously the first game of the day. It was on Overpass. It was an incredible match because he went to overtime as well. 13-2 both sides on Overpass and ended up 19-17.
Yeah, so what's incredible about that is, of course, HellRaisers winning Overpass in the first ban from LGB was Overpass. They're not willing to return to that one. They don't want to be picking that one up. And Inferno, instead, gonna be our game. First one of the tournament, you said. And that's... it took us a long time to get it, if we're honest, in the best of one format. Teams maybe just trying to potentially not wanting to take the risk. I wouldn't necessarily describe Inferno as a risk, but every single time it has been vetoed away in some shape or form. Going into this one, it's going to be coming down to the individuals of each side. Polly, of course, going to have to be picking up some very solid AWP play on that T side, and I'm still waiting for my heartbeat to settle down before going into the next game here. It's the lower bracket, of course, so the loser of this one is going home. The winner will be meeting Titan to determine who shall take that final chance to get to the major.
So, ninth round underway. CT side, big deal for whoever comes out on top. It will be HellRaisers. Pretty sure they're going to start out on CT as again. They just stand up to discuss the fact that they are on CT side. We're on CT side, guys. Let's set the tactics up. I mean, it's pretty obvious. They're going to defend the standard positions, which they do every single time. But they have to huddle. They have to figure this out. Get themselves hyped up.
Indeed, that's exactly what they need right now. And they're probably going to be sitting for quite a while now. They're going to have known that they secured that victory, and of course waiting for LGB and Kick to finish up. They bested Gamers 2 quite a while ago, fair few hours ago, while LGB...
Yeah, LGB sat and watched that game as well. Like you say, HellRaisers beat Gamers 2, didn't they, a while back? LGB beat Kick a while back as well. They've been sat there watching. Everybody was sat watching that game. Incredible match. But it's... I guess they kind of need to get back in their zone because they've just been sat there for effectively an hour going cold. I was sat ready to go, and Jason was ready to go at the interview. It was all, everybody was ready to go, and then overtime happened. Triple overtime. Need to correct Smiths on that one. He tweeted out it was double, but it was triple. We were actually checking out, because obviously if you recall, if you cast your mind back to Katowice offline qualifiers, it went to quadruple overtime for Titan last time. Traditional style, it seems, for them. They lost, they won that one actually 28-24. That was against Pitta. This time, of course, 25-23. They await the winners of this matchup. Titan are not out of it yet. They will have a second chance, of course. It is a double elimination. Will it be HellRaisers or will it be LGB?
The answer, Lee, will be provided in what potentially could be 30 rounds of Inferno or more, as we are no stranger to the overtimes here. as things start getting to the nitty-gritty. Teams have already been cut away. We've waved goodbye to Roccat. We've said goodbye to Kick. We've also seen Gamers 2 fall flat to HellRaisers just the round prior. Already a lot of teams we've had to wave goodbye to when it comes down to these. LGB and HellRaisers Titan. One of the three will be at the major alongside eBettle, Kingwin and Flipside, who already secured their place. It's time though for the pistol round, and kicking this one off already we are going to see a little tickle of damage from Adrian on towards Mystic, but still the brunt of the T side looking to head towards Banana.
Let's see how this one works out. First round could be vital for both teams. More importantly for LGB on the T side. They ordinarily have a good T side, especially on Inferno. I recall a long time back. Of course, there's a lot changed in the map, in the team since then. The likes of Rain now in Kingwin, who have qualified already. That was yesterday. One of the key players on bursting through into sight. Looking like they're going to work their way towards apartments. Zevez and Sentries are going to go up mid, and the rest of the team will be going through apartments. Now, Mo and Kucha both ready at quad, awaiting them to pop around. Adrian's going to get all the information they need. They're going to quickly rotate and drop to pit.
That's a nice flash though, enables him to escape quite safe. There's a second one as well, as it's going to be a back for them. Fourth we go. Sentries and Mystic then with one apiece. Looking to do something is Adrian, as already his teammates are starting to collapse. It's going to be just him and Dosia then, who are trying to keep this site safe. Not doing a great job of it as the bomb does go down. And actually a nice connection into the head of Mystic, but still, long way to go if they want a chance at this, and JChem makes it more difficult.
Incredible that Adrian survived for so long there. Dosia, last man, he was the first to find them pushing into sight and still lasted the whole time in pit. They didn't even challenge him. Dosia is going to get himself one onto Zevez, but Jacob and Sentries hold inside. Dosia's going to have to find quick headshots if he wants to make this work. Not going to happen. Didn't get the first tap. Has to go for the reload. Surely Jacob doesn't allow him to reload.
I think he tried to throw his magazine at him as he was reloading, hoping that he could do something. But yeah, that's going to be round one to LGB. Big cheer from their side as they look to start the momentum, start that train up. And there's going to be 2 Galils, 2 AKs, and just the 1 SMG. It's going to be J-Kim with the MAC-10, looking to hold it sideways and go gangster style, potentially towards that B site.
I think it was yourself or Jason that was mentioning yesterday. It was Johnny, actually, that was very noisy for Killerfish. And obviously LGB do tend to be a noisy team, hype yourself up, which is great for when you're winning. But when you're losing, silence. And that's actually counterproductive, if anything. You know, if you're going to pump each other up, you need to do it round after round, no matter win or loss.
That's absolutely right. It can actually kind of negate all of that hard work you put into hyping up the big rounds, is if you're not present when things go the other way, it almost exacerbates things. Nice. That's what you need from J-Kim. A little bit of intel over the smoke and sprays through to connect onto Dosia. And these three nades that HellRaisers have invested into are going to be delaying LGB, but are they just delaying the inevitable?
Does he get a little glimpse there? Not working out. So close, that spray through the smoke. Angel, he was looking. He knows exactly where he is. He just can't quite get the glimpse, and he wants to unload that CZ into Jacob. It is going to be a B push. Polly and Zevez starting to make their way up Banana, heading this way. Kucha is actually back to Library. I thought he was going to go rotate through Speedway, but he's not. It's still just Angel on his own. Interesting, they haven't gone for a 2-2 split. They've just stuck with Angel all alone. The in-game leader for HellRaisers. He's going to have to go big here. He needs to get a couple of hits. He's going to land them, but he's not going to get the kill. And LGB got sight.
Yeah, and Zevez just taking J-Chem down, saying, you sit this one out, we've got this. As it looks like they most definitely have. Kucha trying to retrieve something, actually snatches the CZ on his way out. Trying to keep himself safe. Just 9 points of health. You realise LGB starting to make themselves comfortable. Mo on the exit as well. He's actually clearing out Banana. He just wants to try and take our weapon away. And that dream's becoming difficult as Adrian does get eliminated. And I think Mo just testing his luck. It's going to be easy for Zevez and easy for LGB as they secure round 2.
And Kucha just lingering in Library. Mystic coming his way. Might find him before that bomb explodes. They're actually going to sit around. They don't want to risk losing the rifles. They have got AKs. They're going to move as a pack. Zevez has got the most hit points. Or did have the most hit points until the bomb exploded. Not going to chase him down, so not going to risk those rifles this early on. They haven't exactly got that much of a bank built up. Jacob's gone for a MAC-10. Back into a MAC-10, knowing that HellRaisers are going to be down on pistols still. So not going to push for an AK just yet. Trying to see if he can get a little bit more bank.
Yeah, you know, the more bank you build up in these rounds when you know that the enemy team is vulnerable, the more you have, the more flexibility you have with your buys later on. Could be an AWP, could be more rifles.
Jacob's just going to go straight up mid.
Well, he knows they haven't got armor. He has the potential here to just pick up more and more, and he has his team behind him with a whole lot of flashes, a whole lot of utility to support his endeavor and to put as much money in the pockets of LGB in this round. That's the smoke to support him. That means he can focus all of his attention on towards this CT arch side, but he's kind of caught in limbo here. There is a gap, and it's going to be actually flashed in again. Here we go. This is the support. This is the give the SMG as much as they can. Try and force JKM in. That's the flash. Doesn't manage to catch anyone just yet, though. But now 2 players to decide from. He's going to come around the arch. Oh, he doesn't manage to do it. And actually, Kucha snatches the MAC-10. And that's all that HellRaisers have to work with here.
That was the CZ they managed to save in the previous round as well. That's got them that kill. Sure, it's just a little 500 investment, but it's better than nothing. Polly keeping his eye on Library. That's where Kucha's ready to burst out with this MAC-10. What damage can he cause? Will he manage to get a second kill? He might well just get a little tag. God. They know he's there now, though. The rest of his team is stacking in. Angel, Dozier all coming this way. He's going to get the spray through the smoke. Not Angel to land anything. Adrian on site. And now LGB should be doing it by the numbers. Pushing in as Mystic gets himself one and Angel gets a second. Now it's a 2-on-2. And this has suddenly become a little awkward for LGB.
Well, LGB stopped killing each other. We're 3 rounds in, and they've killed each other twice. Fortunately, Zevez is not going to be slipping up, nor is Sentries, as they do acquire the third. And I mean, losing 3 players to what was basically a CZ, then a MAC-10. They lost the MAC-10, but then you have to remember, losing a MAC-10 isn't that much of a problem. It was a kind of a risk-free move from JChem, because if you give over your MAC-10 to the Eco CTs, they're going to be doing no damage whatsoever to fully armored terrorists. Still, it's 3-0, and we are going to be jumping on into the first buy for HellRaisers as they look to acquire their first round. Kucha actually going unarmored at the expense or in the pursuit of a defuse kit and nades.
It triple stacked over at B. Polly with the AWP as well. That was Angel and Doji getting a look with Adrian in backup. Jacob up close and personal in Banana. He's going to get the spray down. Taken to 1 health. Holds the angle though. If there's anything comes his way, even the nade who could have bounced off him and took him down, but wasn't to be. Doja tries to get a little tag in towards Logs. Doesn't manage to find too much onto Zevez. Gets him down to 48 through the smoke. Polly still holding mid. Mo and Kucha not even going to remotely challenge, and actually they've given up completely on mid. The top, they're just holding right back in towards Library and Graveyard.
So, already a disadvantage. It does, of course, put the in-game leader in that kind of kill spec mode, enables him to kind of maybe call the shots a little more. Trying to find a silver lining here for HellRaisers, as they are too. You see, oh, that's beautiful, Polly into Adrian, and now this A push is starting to take shape as they are just step by step trying to whittle down the defending numbers. HellRaisers managing to extinguish that Molotov. Not too shabby though from Kucha as he brings it into a 3v3. He is going to be hunted down by sentries though, and with 20 seconds left, they need to get that bomb down now.
Yeah, Zevez can get the plant down. It's going to be pit side, so should be easy to cover off. Polly on the rotate into mid. He's going to look towards the cross. Mo's going to be going Library. Dozier is going to actually go all the way around Banana. So coming back around now, they're going to save. Yeah, I was going to say, surely they're going to save for this one. Too risky. Polly down to 6 health with that AWP. He almost got taken down when he pushed in Banana on his own. A little spray down through the smoke from Mo. Managed to drop him low enough that had to struggle. So 4-0. Good start for LGB here. Where can they build from this?
So that 4th round was a test, and it looks like LGB passed with flying colours. Of course, so much more ahead of them. Bethel sitting and watching from the sidelines now as they look to size up their potential opponents over at the major. They're probably
still incredible.
It was. I mean, do you know what was really nice, and I wish we had a photo to prove it, was as soon as they'd finished that interview, 4 of the 5 of them were on their phones, calling up, saying, "I've done it. You won't believe what I've just done. Mum, I'm coming back. I'm coming back in August."
And it's incredible because they are the only team I think that's qualified so far that actually came through the qualification process. They have had a lot of games to get here and to reach that stage. And obviously, it's not really an organization. It's a new team that's been formed. I'm sure they're going to get scooped up by someone. And we'll see how it works out. They're going to have to be coy with their contracts because they've made it to the major. Jacob getting a good tag down on towards Angel there. Grenade's going to follow through. Not going to land though. Angel backed away into construction. Dozier with him on B site. Polly once again working his way up. This time going to check up the top. Mo's already backed away. Not going to get caught out by any sniping action from Polly.
So, 2 rifles. Kucha does have the armor, the kit, and the deagle, and I wouldn't rule Kucha out, excuse me, with the deagle. That's for certain. As I'm starting to lose some motor controls. 40 seconds then, and LGB again setting their sights on A. They are going to be coming into kind of the lion's den in this case.
Mo holding in Moto. Don't normally see them sitting back here. Normally up close to the wall so they can just pop flash themselves out there, but holds the position in Moto, and it works well for him. Gets himself the spray down on Zevez. While this is all happening, Jacob and Polly have been trying to pull and draw attention to B site, and it's working. Polly now, he's going to be up close and personal. He's going to find himself one in the smoke. Tries to go for a no-scope onto Mo as well. This time scopes it up, doesn't land it. Mo managing to make the shot. Now it's a real tricky situation. It's a 3-on-2. Bomb plant down, but Jacob comes around, finds himself the headshot onto Mo, but Dozier replies. And now sentries. He has to hold sight. He's going to find an easy one on towards Dozier. And now Angel, in-game leader, coming around to check it out. He's rescued the orb. Can he go for it? That Molly's going to be stopping him.
This is a very smart Molotov from Sentries, but he's waiting for the sound. He needs that audio cue from Angel. Angel's going to provide it. That should be the Molotov. That's smart! He walks through his crosshair just enough. And a little bit of under-aim from Angel secures it for Sentries.
Yeah, I mean, if Angel would have landed the shot, it wouldn't have been able to get the defuse anyway, but that was close coming around the corner like that.
Smart releasing the Molotov first. Very, very smart from Sentries, using all the resources he has available to him to put 5 then on the board for LGB. Now, it's time for us to cast our minds back, Lee. A little bit of nostalgia for you. Does this remind you of Overpass at all? Let's not forget LGB starting against HellRaisers equally as strong. It was something like 8-0 or close to it before HellRaisers started coming back, and that went HellRaisers' way. HellRaisers sent LGB into the lower bracket.
Triple stack once again at B site. Dozier and Angel had the support of Adrian and did manage to take down Jacob, who went very aggressive. Zevez getting tagged through that smoke as well. Polly's going to check. Now, this is a traditional angle that you managed to find. Dozier not looking, though. And the head was found. So Polly clears out one of the defenders. Do HellRaisers rotate? They didn't last time. They actually stuck to just that one man, keeping Angel there. And it looks like they're going to do it again.
Absolutely. They seem to be quite big fans of drawing the CT side to the A site. Whether or not they're going to plant there is a different question. As Mo, in the quite appropriately named Moto, is going to be holding this time with the AWP. But LGB, they're moving. They're on the move. And those kind of bait and switch maneuvers from LGB are about to be testing Angel's defensive hold on B.
If he can find the first head, it would definitely slow things down and cause a problem for them. He's not going to get a peek around that corner. He knows he's going to put himself at risk if he went onto spools. So he's just going to hold the angle. There's the smoke. Oh, he got a... Did he have a little line? Oh, I thought he had a little glimmer, but he's been smoked off. But he hasn't given his position away. Now he's got Mo coming around to support. So it's going to be a 4-man retake and a 4-man defense. Polly holding Banana with the AWP. The rest of the team on site.
Trying to piece this one together, then LGB fighting for the 6th. They may have equal numbers, but Zevez is so damn low. It's not stopping Sentries, though. He gets one into Angel. Back and forth we go, and it's going to look like HellRaisers are fighting back from a real deficit. Mo in a 1v3. He's already made it 1v2. Snatches an M4. Not going to happen as Sentry secures his second. 2 for Polly, 2 for Sentries, and a roar from the Norwegians as they secure 6.
Big round for Polly there, holding Banana. Also got the opener. So giving problems to HellRaisers. 6-0 on the T side on Inferno. HellRaisers, though, could still pick up many rounds to go. They have to win one of the rifles. They've forced it. They've gone for 4 FAMASs and the nades. All those nades coming down. They're going to rush down mid.
This is surprising, and I mean, it is going to surprise us with a double from Mo. Polly and Jakem are going to be wondering where it all went wrong, but then again, Mystic going to catch Mo with an equal surprise. That flash is actually going to be doing more harm than good. Fortunately, Mystic unfazed as he does level it to 3 apiece. Now Kucha has managed to push up, down Banana. This could be considered foolish by some, as he's just making it easy for LGB. Oh my god, he's taking such a risk here, and he's trying to back away. He's fighting his way out, and Angel's helping him out. As Zevez is eliminated over on towards the A site. But Kucha, he paid a heavy price. He's down to 14 points of health and has very little to show for it.
Of all the fixed plays HellRaisers could have done, a simple rush down middle has put complete disarray into LGB. Angel, if he pops around this corner in perfect timing, he could get himself an easy double. Gets himself one. Bomb carrier down, but Mystic will recover. And now, where's he going to go with this bomb? He's running through apartments. He's going to take his time. Kucha will be in position from library before he gets out here. Kucha with just 14 health, sees the drop. Dozier's making a long rotate. He's going to be coming from mid. Now it's going to be a pit plant. Kucha and Dozier both coming from the same direction at quad.
So he smokes himself out. He wants to try and keep it as limited options as possible. Anticipating a push through that smoke. He doesn't want to be caught off, and that's Kucha paying the price for the earlier damage he received. And was he expecting a second? He gets it! Mystic 180 connects, and HellRaisers still can't find the one round they've been hungering for 7.
Ooh, he says. Ooh, that was a good reaction from the man that came in as a substitute, replacing Rubino. Fantastic stuff. 7-0, and like you say, they tried to just change something. They forced again. Of course, I mean, they are getting enough money from the fact that they're 7-0 down, but they're not really coming in with too much utility. Last time they got a little lucky by catching them by surprise. This time, not going to work out. Polly quickly finding Angel down Banana, and now Dozier all alone. Adrian's going to rotate, so they're going to have to go a 2-2 split.
So already a disadvantage for HellRaisers. They've been struggling to find anything in this one, but I'm pretty sure it was around this 7 or 8 mark where overpass started going wrong for LGB. This time, don't want to kind of get resting on their laurels. And instead, going to be trying to do something different. They've actually left the bomb way, way back near T-spawn. And they're going to go on a little intel gathering run. Adrian could walk straight into Zevez's crosshair. He does, but Adrian too quick. Not even a headshot, straight to the body to Zevez to end it.
Stick's going to pop around Mo. He's in cubby. He's been waiting. I think Adrian might flash him out. He's going to stick around Adrian, actually. They've completely abandoned B, so they've got solid intel. That smoke's going to cause problems for them, but Mo will pop out. Finds himself too. Polly and Mystic gun down. Kucha gets in towards sentries. And now Jacob all alone. Just one man. Near impossible task for him as well. He's got the head armor. He's got a nade, but you can see Kucha's sat waiting. Dozier below him. Everything covered off here. 14 seconds. What's he going to do? He's going to have to run away with this one. Save his gun. What's he planning? I don't really know what his hopes or dreams were at 8 seconds to go there, where he just decided to rush out. I guess he just, you know, lose the weapon, get the money back.
Yeah, and I mean, where does this leave HellRaisers? Their economy is going to be still a little rocky as they pick up their first round here of this lower bracket game. Loser of this is going home, and HellRaisers, they've made it difficult for themselves in this one. Kucha, alongside Dozier with no head armor, but they have a full set of nades.
5-man train. Look at this, piling up Banana. Oh, but the nades all caught them. That caught 3-4 people. Didn't do as much damage as they probably hoped, but they're rushing straight into sight. They're going to come straight around, find Angel's head, and now Dozier on sight. Can he stop them? He's just going to dance around the fountain, gets himself a second, throws out the molly. That would delay things, and they can try and catch another one. It would be Mystic. Tries to switch around, goes to USP. They're going to push around the corner, but he's done enough damage to slow them down. Actually killed himself over there, so I think the molly must have spread close enough. Impressive. Jacob, though, slowing things down. Adrian and Kucha now from construction. Jacob has the angle. He will get himself a second. And now Kucha, all alone, has to try and rescue himself. They've only just won the one round. Their economy is kind of in tatters.
Sorry, just so Adrian flashed himself. Dozier mollied himself. And Kucha's going to be forced to save. This is actually going to put HellRaisers in even more dire straits. Because they won the round prior, their economy is going to reset. Not a nice situation to be in. And LGB, they know this. They want to try and take that one AK away, that one chance that HellRaisers is going to have at the next round, which is, of course, hunting down that AK, that kit, that utility that he's going to be holding on to. And hold on to it he shall, as we are going to go on into our 10th round with... our 10th round with... well, what have HellRaisers got to spend? They could... Yeah, I think they're going to treat themselves to some pistols, maybe. Actually, no, they're going for the fourth. They are. I think they can just about afford it. I'm not sure how much armor they can acquire. Just about. Yeah, okay, Dozier's got the Mag 7. A 5.7 for Adrian. A FAMAS and an AK as well acquired. So, picking this one up, HellRaisers really realised that there's a lot of weight on their shoulders now. And 8 rounds on T-side Inferno is already a real feat for LGB. Yeah, they're already happy about this. But as I said, I do recall their T-side is their strongest side. So I don't know how much I want to read into the score. Even though they are going to come out on top in the T side. Their CT side has sometimes been a little lacking. But that was a different team. There was still, what, 3 members of the team back then. And that previous guys.
Sentries actually has performed very well at this event, so as has Mystic actually, we saw there, so not a bad couple of replacements. As it stands, they're going to creep forward. Very passive defense from HellRaisers. Obviously, they're lacking in... I was about to say they're lacking in weapons, but the one man that actually only had a pistol has just managed to gun down Zevez, and that's going to give him an AK.
Yeah, and so they're just starting to acquire even more and more of an arsenal. As LGB look to equalise. Careful now, LGB. You've been a bit of a team-killing prominent team. As it's going to be Dosia with the Mag 7. Polly caught with just his knife in his hands, the AWP on his back, as they're trying to finally stave off Dosia with his Mag 7. It is a 3 versus 3. Angel in the fountain, checking on his fish, and he's going to be able to find a frag in the meantime, as he's not going to get the second. Sentry's there, as this is a 2v2.
Pushing through.
And that's just going to be an element of surprise. Mows them down with a double, and that's going to put the second on the board for HellRaisers. I am awful. And it's time for round 11.
You wanted that to come out, didn't you? You really wanted to use that. Is that what you wrote down? You wrote that down because 4 rounds ago.
Yep, 4 rounds ago I heard you say mow, and then he picked up a double, and I was like, oh, he could mow them down, couldn't he? He possibly could. He really could.
I thought I got away with this when I stopped casting with Freak, but apparently you are the second coming, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, Zevez going to be the sole man that goes up banana. Poly, Mystic, Sentries all creeping their way up mid. Mo this time is holding the angle. They've been sitting passive. They've not been looking to challenge out this mid control, but this time they are. Adrian and Mo expecting something to come up the mid from LGB.
So, I can see LGB's thought process here, because they have the Tech 9 in JChem, and they have the nades to support him, of course, a Galil as well for Poly. So, economy has been shaken by these 2 rounds for HellRaisers. If they were to surprise, though, if they were to pick this round up, you have to admit, you know, look at HellRaisers' nades. They haven't got too much, just 3 smokes across the entirety of the map. And Mystic is going to be fed one onto Mo. That's big. And where do they go from here? Adrian and Kucha picking him up as LGB start to crumble. But JChem, he doesn't need a rifle. 2 with a Tech 9. And the bomb going to be going down for Pit. Zevez then is going to be the one pumping in the digits. And we are going to be seeing a rifle now for JChem. He's decided the Tech 9's done enough. That's a double smoke from them. That's just going to be a delaying tactics. I think that's a 3rd failed nade. I'm not too sure. Yeah, it's in the sight.
Well, Dosia going to come around. Angel and both having to challenge this direction. JChem gets himself an easy shot, though. And that's his triple of the round, with Dosia coming in on quad, just dancing around the pillar. Both know his exact direction. They're going to flash him away, and he's going to have to back off. He's got to save this weapon, because, as you mentioned, it's been back and forth the last 4 rounds between the teams, and both economies are very much in tatters, with the AK and M4 saved for both LGB players. Dosia hanging on to the M4. It's going to be an interesting next round.
Yeah, credit where it is due to JChem. He was the one without the rifle, and he was the one that secured the round. 3 of the 5 frags going his way. So, 9-2 then the score, as it looks like it's going to be very tough for any impact from HellRaisers in this one. And it's been diabolical throughout for HellRaisers and their money situation. They've managed to cobble together a couple of varied pistols, but that's going to be about it. And JChem manages to burn Dosia to death. Mystic is there as well. That's going to be B wide open, and yet LGB are tentative.
Yeah, I think they're expecting possibly Adrian or Mo. Someone's just to come bursting down the mid to try and catch up behind them in Banana. So they've actually held their ground, and you do see Mo. Look, Mo's about to challenge. He's about to peek. Adrian also going to do the same down second mid. Sentries going looking slowly. We'll find him. Yeah, Mo's going to back up. So Mo and Kucha, the 2 sole defenders with just a pistol apiece. 1 on A, 1 on B. Who is going to be the first to fall? It's going to be Mo. They're going A side.
Yeah, they're going to be going as a pack. Seems that the Norwegians are that of a pack animal on this T side. What are they going to find, though? Potentially JChem, the one holding the back. He's not going to push towards balcony, because they would discover Mo, potentially. And LGB, they are really cutting this as safe as they can. They do not want to be caught out. And I mean, respect where it's kind of being earned here.
The thing is that they know. They were in an 8-0 situation, a 9-1 situation, a 12-3 first half situation against HellRaisers, and they managed to take it to overtime and lose. So they've got to keep that in their minds and think, you know what, even when we get these crazy double frags at the start, when we completely open up sight, still play it cautiously. This is HellRaisers they're facing. They are capable of coming back from these results.
You're absolutely right. And I mean, LGB, you know how they were shouting at the start? They're winning these rounds and they are quiet. I think they realize that the best approach here is just to keep everything
cool, calm, comms.
Yeah, and Existence wants to give them a word of advice maybe for a second as he does join the server and leave. He's just
waving across. He's like, yup, whoops.
Whoopsie daisy.
I wasn't meant to do that.
Was
he just wanted to warm up. I mean,
that was a very quick disconnect. I can imagine the little kind of panic and a red face as he does join during a very crucial moment now for HellRaisers. Are we going to be seeing another 13-2 half? Happen on overpass. Could it happen again?
This is T-side Inferno, though. This is where it shouldn't happen, really. I mean, some teams are better on T, but not to this extent so far. The best they can hope for now is 5 rounds. HellRaisers. Kucha standing, waiting, just on balcony. He could get himself a quick, easy double if they don't catch him correctly. Mystic is going to be the first around the corner, and he's going to land the head. And that's going to cause the rotate. Okay. Well, this is a false rotate because Sevez is still holding the bomb at the bottom of mid, and Polly and Jacob are looking towards B site. Angel's rotated. Oof. He's headed all the way to Library. Doji's single smoke is all that's keeping them at bay on B.
And I think you might be right. I think as soon as that smoke does disappear, we're going to be seeing Mystic. Oh, this is nice. So he's going to try and sell this fake. Keep Adrian and Mo there. Angel admittedly has started to rotate back, but now Mystic, now would be the time to throw it. Now, as that second smoke on B is about to lead them. JCam at the forefront of this push. He's ready to try and make an impact, but so is Dosia as he holds his Mag 7 at the prime range for that very weapon. Mystic isn't going to be able to sell this fake, though. Adrian gets the frag and immediately springs to life as he starts to rotate because LGB have made their intentions known, and that's going to be big. JChem and Zevez charging on towards the site, and now Adrian and Mo both rotating as best as they can, and a decision needs to be made now. The bomb goes in, and 35 seconds with 4 LGB members standing.
Sentry's in the perfect position, just tucked in by that tree. Adrian already keeping back. Mo gone to save. Not even going to try and challenge this one. Adrian's just trying to catch a couple. He could get himself one. Yeah, will it be the second, though? They know his position. He'll quickly get caught out. Mo will keep hold of the AK. He's gone well across the map. They're going to hunt him down, but he is pretty much heading towards T-spawn. And LGB will pick themselves up the 11th round of the game. And HellRaisers, they are really struggling to get anything working here. LGB reading them well. And more importantly, they're attacking well as a team.
That is the important thing. They are most definitely playing much more like a unit than the team we saw playing over on Overpass. Wow. 11-2 then on T-side Inferno. The winner of this one will be meeting Titan in another best of one straight after this one. We need to still determine who will be joining the already 3 teams that have secured a spot at the major over this weekend. And LGB, they're making a fantastic case for it here on Inferno.
Kucha going to go up close with this Deagle, hoping they can catch somebody off guard. It's the perfect setup for them in the apartments, but I think LGB are realizing that. It's Mo at the top of mid that's getting a little peeky on towards Mystic and Polly. Thinks better of it. It's the only man with a rifle on the team, so he has to try and keep hold of that one. Jacob and Zevez still probing on Angel and Adrian down Banana, but not really a great deal happening that side of the map. And even though they realize it is just pistols, they're still playing this so cautiously. Doja, though, should find sentries as soon as he comes around the corner. Oh, he didn't quite get enough, but Kucha, the backup, comes around, gets himself another. They're going to try and check with the P250s, and he lands it. Gets himself 2 on the stairwell. They have hit and run, gets himself an AK. Now he needs to try and back off and pass it off.
So, 3 of the T's still standing. And with 35 seconds left, they need to try and get that bomb down. But look at JChem.
Look at Mo, though.
This is beautiful. Mo's on the rotate, but he's still going to be able to get that bomb down on A. This could go in their favor.
Nice.
They are going to pick up the rifles. So, it's going to come down to what JChem does with the time he's given. They're going to be sitting there like, what? Okay, here we go. The rotate starts. Dosia's low, he has no armor. Adrian, no armor, but has health.
They're not going to expect him in library here. They're just going to come running around the corner. He's got the spray down already. Here's the footsteps coming. Now, he's actually in a really tricky situation because Mo and Adrian are coming from both angles. He realizes Adrian came a little too soon there. And this is going to be a tricky hold. Mo's just going to go straight for the defuse, try and draw him out. It's a real easy angle to try and shoot someone from library. Oh, he pushed too far, went too close. Gonna switch to the Tech 9, pops out the side there. Now, has Mo got time?
No kit.
He doesn't. No kit. It's gonna be 12-2. to LGB. HellRaisers really can't get anything working for them on the CT side. That was with pistols. They can afford to buy up every rifle, but they gotta get this round, or it is pretty much the game over for them.
13-2, and that's big words considering exactly the same scenarios played out before for LGB. Now though, JChem is the one who's really deserving the credit, because that round, playing the time, he knew he didn't have to face. He knew just by sitting in that corner, by eventually keeping him busy long enough, he could bring that round home. And it's time for the last of this half.
Is this like the first or second round Mo's actually had an AWP? He's just not had chance. The HellRaisers just not been able to get anything going, no economy. Obviously, once they did pick up those rounds, it was what? Sporadically back and forth, those two. Oh, there's double stack from Jacob here. Gonna get a little peek, gets a touch tag towards him, but that's just hitting through the brick there, so he's not doing a great deal of damage. This is actually probably the second time Doji's been able to hold Banana down so deep as well with that smoke, but the smoke is dissipating. They have no more to back it up. Mo's the only man standing with a smoke. I tell a lie, Kucha's just got another one as well.
So, has to be said, I think, yeah, Mo has had an AWP a fair few times, a handful of times maybe, but he's not been putting it to the most fantastic use, sitting second on the scoreboard with 10. But the bottom fragger for LGB, Zevez is actually sitting on 4, but everyone else is in double figures. Yeah,
the banana creep is coming. Zevez is the single distracting form. Adrian just around there. 20 seconds until that bomb goes down. Another great spray from Mystic as soon as he comes around. Angel gets one though, but is quickly answered by Mystic. And now they have the site covered off. Bomb plant will go down. And it's down to Adrian and Mo. Mo gets caught out by Zevez, the distractor. Adrian on just 5 hit points as he rushes on through the smoke straight into the crosshairs of Polly. It's a 13-2 T-side half for LGB. Don't write HellRaisers off yet because, well, they came back from 13-2 last time against LGB on Overpass, but this is a real tough ask. Overpass, it's a possibility on the T-side. On the T-side is, for HellRaisers, this is, you've got to feel, you know, lose pistol, it's game over, it's 16-2. Possibly. 16-4 at best. This is going to be such an uphill struggle then for HellRaisers. They've got so much on the line as well, and whatever they are saying in that huddle needs to drive this team into another level. Can they really do it again? I mean, I think it was 15-7 or 15-8 at one point, and LGB, they actually came back. I think you were sat with me at the time.
Yeah. They
came and sat down. I was with Jason, and they just sat down, had some food, and just like, don't ask. Just don't talk about it. I normally have a good chat with Zevaz, and he's just like, nope.
Yeah, we're not
going to go back and dwell on that loss that we just had to HellRaisers, and that's probably what they're talking about now. It's like, guys, we were 13-2 up before, and we managed to lose it.
And it's different now. LGB, they've experienced that. They know it's a possibility. And coming into this one for a second time, they're on the CT side, which means that HellRaisers have to come to them. Yeah. HellRaisers have to be the ones making the plays. And the first play they need to make is winning this pistol. Dosia, a sigh as he approaches the second half in this lower bracket game. This is the ESL 1 European offline qualifiers. We're into our third round. And the loser is going home. The winner meets Titan to determine who will join the already 3 teams.
4-man stacked B. 4-man stacked from LGB. That is huge straight away. What on earth? Okay, Zevez, the 1-man in apartments. He's just going to try and distract, oh, he lands the grenade. I think it was on Adrian. Polly's going to challenge on Angel, but Angel comes out on top. Doja's still sticking with the bomb. They're not committing to anything yet, but LGB is... Mystic and Sentries are just sitting. Look, they're sitting massively, just sitting passive, hiding back at B site. Everybody trying to draw them in.
Yeah, I think they may have actually pieced this puzzle together.
Yeah.
And maybe a rotate needs to come in. Yes, Polly sitting in the grave was a start, but now Zevez, this lone wolf, is about to be having a lot of trouble. Backing away now. He realizes there's a whole lot of T's closing in. He realizes he has to play the waiting game. Find the head, potentially, of Adrian. Not going to happen, though. And the 3 CTs from B, they kind of rolled the dice. And it looks like Snake Eyes.
Mystic's going to find Angel in library. That'll be the first to possibly fall. They're going to try and push him in a double direction. We've seen this one before, haven't we, with rifles. Sentries comes around Arch. This is going to be a very good round for HellRaisers. They're not going to lose a single man. Get themselves the plant, just about all the money they could hope for. That's the start they needed. Now, I was going to say they really want to rush for SMGs, but Adrian goes straight for an AK. Galil for Mo. An AK for Angel? This is risky.
Yeah, it's a lot of rifles in the second round, and especially considering, look what LGB have brought to the equation. Just the smokes, 5 smokes, and a lot of 5.7s as well. 4, to be precise. It could have been neat and tidy. Damn you, Mystic, and that P250. But with all these rifles invested, if LGB find success with these close angles, with these pistols, HellRaisers and their risk... Oh.
5 smokes and not a single one thrown yet. They're waiting the time. They're hoping that they can time HellRaisers out and force them to push through smoke, force them to have to flash their way through it. There's actually not that many flashes on HellRaisers. There's quite a lack of utility. Smiths and Shocks are in the server.
Maybe they should leave.
Perhaps they should leave the server. I think possibly an interesting pause.
Can we? Admins? The Frenchies are...
They're sat right next to him. just carry on
just
playing.
Just play, says Dosia.
Well, I mean, yeah. It causes a real situation for the observer because he's been hitting 3 and 4 and he's like, what the? Stop. Yeah, they can redo this round. What? They're actually... Mystic's actually stood up and walked over to him and just like...
What the hell are they doing?
What are they doing?
Zevez is standing up and he's just looking at them like, Titan.
Hello?
But the thing is that's weird. The thing that's weird is...
The admin's come around, he's confused as hell. He's like, how did they...
But do you know what's confusing is the 3 Titan members that aren't here. The 3 Titan members that aren't at their PCs are the ones that joined. So I think there was actually a technical fault because Existence and Maniac are the 2 players sitting down. And those are the ones that didn't join. I think their PCs must have been left close to the server and just reconnected for some reason.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
That was weird.
Do you know what this is? Do you know what, Lee, this is next level mind games. Titan are like, one of you has to play us, so we're going to join the server. Like, but an evil laugh kind of coming out.
Well, I mean, look at the big sigh from Polly. This is not what they need at this time.
That has potential to throw them right into a spin.
What threw me was I was looking at the pistols, looking at the smokes, and then I was like, why does it say Shocks and Smiths? Okay. That was bizarre. Okay, well, they can sort this out anyway. They're going to get themselves back in there. But as you said, it's got a potential to upset. And it's HellRaisers that had actually just won the pistol, so they would have had the momentum with them. They were the ones that wanted to crack on and get things going.
And we can't see too much.
That's a disturbing angle of Dosia, I gotta be honest. But 13-3 is the score. Winner plays Titan. The Norwegians, pressure on them as the admin fixes this situation. They're going to get themselves back reset. There we go, we're reset. We're back into where we should be. Service sorted out. Once the weapons get reset as well. They haven't had a weapon reset just yet. Nobody had actually died, which was the best part of it.
And headsets are all back on, so we can continue to talk about the buy, because we did actually see...
The 5 smokes. But the issue now is that HellRaisers, the clock had ran down to almost a minute, and there hadn't been a single smoke thrown by LGB. They had 5 smokes. They could have delayed that game completely, run their clock down.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to go for the same thing again. Maybe Mystic will be kind of kind to us all, and we'll see that from him as well. Just waiting to jump on back into this game. If you have just joined us, LGB are 3 rounds away from securing themselves the Losers bracket final against Titan.
Just waiting for the money to be restored. Once they get in there, I can see a couple of shotguns coming out from HellRaisers. I don't think they're going to be sticking now. I'm pretty sure they're going to switch that back around unless they got a completely different tactic.
I can see the admin actually walking back to his PC now. So we should be back into the action very shortly. But this is a break that LGB could have done without. And it's going to come down to... To be fair, Zevas has a smile on his face. And they're probably going... What on earth were Titan doing? That's probably got to be their main question.
It was more that Maniac just sat there like, I don't know.
So I actually saw Polly just go, guys, guys, hello, and they're sitting next to them as well. As we are trying to resolve this, guys. Thank you for staying with us. As well, in a weird turn of events, the Frenchman thinking the game was over.
They're going to stick with those weapons because this is a different buy.
I don't think so. There we go.
There we go. I was going to say they're surely not going with that.
Yep, so this is it. We are going to be jumping on back into the action. They have a little bit of a mix-up. Oh,
they're actually switching. Okay. They're changing around what they did.
Yeah, I mean, you have that opportunity when you start the round again.
Yeah. So they have gone with the SMGs this time, so it's going to be the MAC-10s from Adrian and Kucha.
That's actually interesting, considering...
I actually prefer it for what they had. They had a lot of AKs before.
That's almost a disadvantage to LGB, because if that round hadn't been interrupted, they'd have been playing against a whole lot of rifles, a much heavier investment for HellRaisers, and this kind of poses the question, LGB, they could have had a lot more success and found a lot more rifles, and this game could have gone a whole different way if that hadn't have unfolded the way it has. So, 13-3 then. And let's see where the action takes us. We're back into the action then. Couple of nades and a couple of pistols for LGB as HellRaisers acquiring the first round. And off the back of the pistol, where do you take us? They are back to the rifles. It's 2 MAC-10s.
Triple stacker Arch from LGB. Interesting setup. They've gone for the trivector approach. Sentries is going to pop that smoke. That's going to go towards Banana and slow things down. Angel and Doji are the ones that are checking it. And as soon as they hear their footsteps, the CT smoke matched quickly. The smoke to keep Angel out. Oh, but that triple stack has not worked out as Kucha and Adrian with the MAC-10s do the damage, collect the cash. Sentries awaits. If he just pops out, he's going to see Kucha in Moto. He's going to find him, gets himself the one headshot. Not going to get the second on towards Adrian, and that is A site cleared out. HellRaisers will get themselves the bomb plant there, and I don't think LGB are going to challenge this one. They've both got armor, so yeah, they're going to stick around in B.
Yeah, they're just going to have a little team talk, discuss construction, make sure they've got enough sandbags around, whatever it is they're trying to build, and what it is momentum, as they're going to be desperate to secure the closing rounds here. I mean, the fact that HellRaisers invested into the double AK and Galil, fortunately Adrian turned up with a MAC-10 to pick up, well, 1200, but also to acquire himself that fourth round. His team was so hungry for. They're not getting greedy. They realize that they've got a real struggle ahead of them, and they're just going to be happy to see number 4 on the board for HellRaisers.
So, 13-4, LGB. Now, they've got a bit of armor in that one, so we might be seeing a bit of a... Yeah, let's say they're going to have to go for a save, aren't they? It's going to have to be... Can't afford much. They'd switched up. Previous round, before the interesting shenanigans, they had just got single P250s and a smoke. Probably could have invested in this round, but as it was, they switched it up, they went for the armor, and it's backfired on them. It does give HellRaisers a big chance to get themselves the 5th round on the board. They're going to have to keep that momentum rolling. Polly's going to go aggressive. He's going to get into apartments and see if he can get a peek out, but it's Adrian that's going to challenge him. He's hopping up already onto the balcony. Oh, he failed the jump.
Not ideal, and Polly gets away with his life and his health bar, but not the same. The same can't be said, sorry, for Centuries, as it's Adrian who finds him. Polly again with this very risky maneuver, gathers some intel. Angel gathering frags as well. It's Mystic, who is no longer with us. And it looks like HellRaisers could be able to do this neat and tidily. JChem hasn't really made himself known, and HellRaisers definitely the bomb in. Oh, JChem just find one. If he finds a second, this could be incredible. It's not going to be. And just Polly and Zevez hoping to make another dent into HellRaisers as the bomb goes down, courtesy of Move.
Ooh, gets another head. Can he find a second? No, not going to happen. Just Zevez, in-game leader for LGB to cause economic chaos onto HellRaisers. Adrian with just the one hit point already backing away. Mo's going to be the only man in and around construction on site to keep them at bay. They'll spray through. Are they going to back away? They've got to keep sight. They've got to keep back. It's got time to go for the defuse here. No, he hasn't now. He's got no kit now, I'm going to say. But he's got himself an AK, and he's going to get out of there. That's actually a big win for Zevez.
Yeah, he's going to be very chuffed with that one. Steals the AK, and not really interested in guarding it. Like I've said before, HellRaisers just going to be really happy to see rounds on the board and not taking any risks. They can't afford to. LGB, on the other hand, can, and be interested to see once they have some money behind them, once they have some weaponry to support their endeavors. Maybe, just maybe, they'll be taking a few extra risks here because they have that flexibility. And, you know, risk equals reward sometimes. Let's see where they look to push on.
That pass off, he gives it to Mystic, and that gives them a kit. That's the only kit they've managed to get, but that AK in Mystic's hands could be big. We'll see how it works out. LGB, their first rifle round against Mo with the AWP this time around. His first endeavor on the T side with that one. Mystic sentries and Poly all over on A site. Zevez and Jacob, the banana defenders, as they get flashed in there. Counter flash, counter smoke, everything slowing them down. Zevez and Jacob hold strong.
Yeah, talk of slowing them down. The bomb's still in towards T-spawn. They're not looking to commit just yet, and instead looking to prey on LGB's weaknesses. Will they show themselves a little too early? Will they fall foul to HellRaisers' bait?
Sentries is going looking. He wants to investigate in apartments, and he might just catch a glimpse of Adrian.
Oh, I don't think they saw either. They heard each other, though.
I think Adrian knew. Yeah, he saw the pop flash, so he absolutely knows that somebody's around there. Mystic and Sentry is going to hold balcony. Looks like Kucha's going to try and flash Adrian in. Adrian's going to be the one that backs around there. The rest of the team are going to come and challenge round quad. They do come burning in there, but they don't manage to get the frag. Second one does, but that's going to be Kucha cleared out. So balcony now cleared. They do manage to get the spray. Not going to land one on Mo though with that AWP. The rest of the team, they're on the rotate. He's just got to delay the Mystic.
He really does. It's a 3 versus 3. The 3 terrorists trying to get that bomb down. They need to do it fast. Finally, it goes down. It's a 2 versus 2. Made 2v1 thanks to Dosia. And so Zevez, he has a full bar of health. And these two, same can't be said, but that's good. Angel secures it. That's the big first real test for HellRaisers on the T side. And they pass it, not with flying colors, but they acquire the round. And their economy is looking pretty damn healthy. 10K Adrian was sitting on off the back of that one. And HellRaisers, they're just looking to get settled into what could potentially be, and I don't want to start talking about it. Could it be overpass V2?
Well, 13-2 is what they need. Let's see how far they can take this T-side momentum. It's going to have to go a heck of a long way. That's for sure. Polly's getting a good old look down middle there. Challenging out onto Mo. Not really getting too heavily hit by it as well. Jacob does manage to find one, but Dozier and Kucha quickly reply. And that will open things up. Sentries and Polly still sticking at A-site, while Zevis is the only man over on B-site to keep them at bay. Mo and Dozier pushing on through Banana. Deliberate slowdown as Kucha picks himself up the bomb. Looks like it's going to be a B hit. Mo and Dozier are starting to creep their way forward. Sevez, nothing left but the 5-7 in his hand. Should be able to get Mo if he manages to catch him up close and personal. Oh, doesn't quite catch him on the porch. And that will be him down. And now B-site very much in their control. Sentries has gone hoovering. He's looking around, trying to find himself a weapon. While Polly does the same. I don't think they're going to be able to do a great deal other than try and catch any exits, and that's what Sentries is looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I don't think HellRaisers is going to make the mistake of exiting through Banana. Polly's the one more likely to find something if they go that far. He does just have the USP. He's going to catch him to Dosia, but Dosia's going to find him. And so, Sentries.
Wasn't really a surprise angle from there, was it?
Not particularly, but...
Sentries definitely is.
Yeah, this should and could be Adrian down on an AK. If he finds the head, that's not going to happen. Lift it. As he had an attempt. He even saw Kucha with 3 HP there. Just one bullet from his 5-7 would have taken his AK away. But HellRaisers managed to prevail against just the pistols for LGB. As it's rifle time once again. What have you got for us this time? Polly puts the AWP into his palms, and we're not going to be seeing the same for HellRaisers. They did have the money. In fact, they have got a great deal of money, but we're not going to be seeing it for Mo.
They're going aggressive. LGB, they're going aggressive, but it's going to be an alt mid push for HellRaisers, so they could come around the back of them. They've got a real tricky situation here because they've all piled forward. I don't think they realize it. They're going to catch them in a cross. This is completely caught HellRaisers napping. The aggressive push from LGB. That was ballsy play from them. Big call from Zevez.
And Zevez, the man who made that call, also held their line. He held their backsides and managed to keep LGB safe. Very solid from him. 2 crucial frags to bring 14 home. And where do you go from there, HellRaisers? They're going to try to maybe anticipate another mid-push as they're forced to get guessing, thanks to the call from Zevez. And that was that risk reward we talked about just a few rounds prior. LGB, they take the risk, and well, that reward puts 14 on the board.
Incredible way to do that. That's the no-respect play you see out of Navi often do against teams. We saw the same thing from the Renegades in the Asia qualifiers, doing it countless times on Inferno against their opposition, which obviously got them in that qualification place. These two teams facing the same situation. LGB just 2 rounds away from reaching the lower bracket finals. Polly not able to land the shots there. Adrian pushes through. A-Site's in trouble. Mystic's going to come rushing around the corner. The flash, well, on towards Mo. Doesn't get the second. Adrian taken very low from that one. They haven't cleared out pit though yet. Sentry's just managing to get himself one. Slowing down. Jacobs comes through live. He gets the spray down. Not quite going to land it on Doja. He will get the plant in, but Zevez is going to push on round.
He has a Molotov as well, and with 17 points of health, Dosia very vulnerable to his incendiary. He's checking all the right corners. Dosia is going to be found by Zevez. The hunt is successful, and he mounts Dosia's head on the wall with the defuse. And just 1 round away from HellRaisers going home, and LGB meeting Titan for a ticket to the major.
Match point for LGB. They were at 15-8 last time against HellRaisers, and it went to overtime. This time, surely to God, they can't throw it away. It's a force from HellRaisers. They know the situation. They know the risks. Polly's going to go for a peek. Polly's going to get a good look down mid. Is he going to find anything? Nobody's going to show for him. Doja and Angel, they're pushing up aggressive, and Zevez ready.
Yeah, he's hoping to catch them out, and he does. Angel watching down from heaven. Then
Mystic going down mid. He's managed to come around. He's got himself one. Gets himself a second. I think Polly just shot his teammate in the back of the head. He did. He got Doja at the same time, but not ideal. Kucha.
That's all. And now, with Kucha and Mo hanging on for dear life, this could be it. This could be curtains for HellRaisers. 4 CTs. Just going to hold their ground, dig their heels in as they can taste another step towards that final game and towards that $250,000 that we're waiting for them to have a chance at in August.
Sentries pops out. He could catch Kucha unawares. He's backing up, going to rejoin Mo down bottom and mid, and Zevez is the sole man over at B, which is where they're rotating to. Jacob had pulled all the way around, and now they're going to start the creepy crawly up banana. Zevez holding the angle, smoke ready and waiting to go. He's going to pop it down. That's going to buy him plenty of time. They're going to try and push on through it, and he's ready for them. Gets ready for the flash, gets onto porch to spray down, not quite on target, but no, just blinded up. He manages to catch on the one. That is it. LGB take down HellRaisers. They will not be going to the major, but HellRaisers will go out of the tournament. And Titan are ready and waiting to face LGB in the next lower bracket. It was all done on T-side, no doubt about it. 13-2 half once again from LGB, but HellRaisers, they're slow to get going every time. This has been their biggest issue in this tournament. You look at the match against eBattle as well, of course. Well, we know the story then. They've gone on to reach the qualifier already, but they were slow to start against LGB the first time around, and it's been a struggle for HellRaisers throughout the tournament.
Yeah, throughout this tournament, they have had their ups and downs, and this most certainly is the biggest down of them all. They're not going to be heading over for the major. Started a little bit lackluster, I think is the best way to summarize their performance. Great stuff though from individuals, and it's all in good fun. Shake of hands then across the team. LGB finally getting the reward from that start. I mean, they picked up 8 rounds or something. Was it 8-1? I think at one point HellRaisers acquired just the 1 in a 9-round period, and that's going to be LGB then up against Titan to close out the day. Incredible stuff. Who will join Kingwin, Flipside, and eBattle? Over the course of this weekend, we have got 3 of them and dished them out, and it's going to all down to this final game. Where are Titan's minds going to be at this point as well?
Outside of joining the last game, they're going to be focused, yeah. I think they're going to be focused and ready. A disappointment clearly for them. Obviously, it was untrained, something which I'm interested to see how much they would have practiced on. I've heard they've put a lot of practice on Cobble, which of course they managed to get their first match on and looked world beaters. Yeah. They managed to destroy Gamers 2 in that first matchup. So they're going to be very careful with this map veto, see which way LGB are going to try and swing it.
Yeah, and I have the luck that means I get to sit down and watch that one. I'm going to be enjoying that one, putting my feet up. But I think it's time for us to hear what Zevez has to say. He's standing by with Lauren. Let's see what LGB's in-game leader has to say.
Thank you so much, guys, for casting that game. And, of course, joined by Zevez from LGB. Massive game for you there. You guys trashed it on the T side. You guys looked so good. How the hell did you pull out that performance?
I don't know. I just think that we got the momentum going. Our start calling was just perfectly. I think we just crushed them on that. Aim also, but we just went together, waited for them to do some mistakes, and then we just go. We haven't really practiced Inferno either, so it's been actually one of our maps we have never played with mistakes. So it was funny to actually win against them.
I was going to say, let's talk about Inferno. Quite a strat-heavy map at times. It can take a little bit of teamwork, good calls, and a lot of synergy. Mystic on the T side was really impressive as well as an individual. Were you surprised by his performance here?
Not really, no, because he is a beast on entry killing. That was his. If you just play him right, you can get so much advantage of that. So, but if you don't look at it that way, it's actually his first international event. So I'm really impressed by his performance, and he helped us a lot. So, yeah, he's impressed me.
So let's talk about Rubinho, obviously not able to join us here. How's it been trying to find your form without him? Did you obviously feel there's a missing link there a little? Do you think that's going to affect you in your next game, of course, against Titan?
Yeah, of course, we miss Rubinho. He's a good friend of ours, and he knows everything. He knows me pretty well as an in-game leader, so it helps me a lot when we are playing with him. And he is also one of the guys that helped me when I choke a little bit on T-side. I don't know what to do. He is helping me alongside Polly. And that is not, I couldn't benefit from that now. But yeah, we miss him really much. We was hoping for him to come, but it was so much question marks about his illness, so we just had to go for stand-in.
Well, hopefully he gets better soon, because you guys are now on the verge of possibly making it through to the majors, but one team standing your way is quite a big team. You've got Titan coming up next. Now let's start at least on the map pool that you guys are thinking about. Do you think your map pool works well against them from what you've seen so far, or how do you think you fare against them here?
Tricky question. I don't know if I should say that much. But we have never practiced against Titan online, because since we got thrown in the same group, of course we don't play them. So we have not seen what maps they are playing, what they are strong on. We have got some good information on this tournament, but I just think we just need to talk about it, what we should play, what we feel comfortable on playing, because Titan's a strong team, probably the strongest team at this moment in our group at least. So, or we looked at it that way when they got knocked out, but unfortunately for them. But yeah, I don't.
It's kind of a tough one, isn't it? Like, how do you face off against Titan? But individually, you guys have been performing extremely well. Everyone's kind of said you guys individually are stepping up against Titan. Do you think you can depend on that, or do you need everything to work right to be able to take them on?
I don't really know. I just know that we need to bring our A game to win that match. Of course, we need to play a map that we feel comfortable on. That's the main thing. But at how we play now, I can say that we are pretty hot at this stage. So, and I think maybe Titan is feeling it as well. So I think it's going to be a really great match.
I completely agree. Right, I'll let you get back to your team, because I'm sure you want to get ready for that next game. Obviously, Titan coming up next against these guys, LGB. It's going to be an absolutely phenomenal game to decide who's going to be joining us in the major coming up not too far from now. So guys, do stay tuned.